Yo, YouTube, top of the morning, what's going on, y'all? Back here with the Gifted by God's Ministries, man. And we out here in nature. We always out here sun gazing, just, enjoying and soaking up as much sun that we can get, as much nature that we can get. I just want to give a shout out to the Mother Nature, the Motherland, the cosmos video, because I had to make a quick video real quick, man. Back into the topic of what I was saying. The topic of this video, man, is gonna be identifying gang stalkers. All right, y'all, I'm back. So yeah, like I said, everybody's in on it, man. Like USPS, the FedEx, Amazon, the regular cars and everything. Like I said, y'all, don't get scared about it, but it just is what it is. Like, for example, how you know you're being watched, you're being followed. Like you'll park, far away from everybody, right? And it will always be that one car that parks right next to you, right in front of you, and they could have parked anywhere else, but they chose to park next to you. And you'll blow it off. You'll be like, oh, well, maybe they just want to park away from everybody too, so their door doesn't get hit. No, they're sent there to report on what you're doing. A lot of times when I used to hotbox the car, used to, be of the world and stuff like that, they would do that shit, and it just like it completely, it kills the session. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't even do none of that shit anymore, man. Cause once you realize what's going on, you don't get any excitement to do any of the worldly things, as you shouldn't. You don't want to be in sin anyway. You don't want to do any of that anyway. But if you're somebody that's trying to transition onto this path, onto this walk, it's not easy, man. Especially once you wake up and you know the information that you know, that takes time to process. And then just breaking those habits and breaking those things that you're used to, breaking the things that you've trained your flesh and your body to know and be used to. This walk, this journey, it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Really gifted, really chosen. You have the Holy Spirit. You carry the Most High God. He's in you. And so he's gonna, when you're ready to let go and give yourself for your calling and for your purpose, he will make it easier. There was a time where I was, had addictions to, just all type of stuff, man. Not nothing bad, but like, just regular addictions that we all have. And there was things that, people try to do, like they try to break it away from the worldly things. Like, for instance, they'll try to go to rehab or go cold turkey or just stop. And for some people, to each its own. Some people can do that. I've been able to do it, but I would always, relapse and then go back. But when I finally prayed and I had cried one night and I said, Most High God, I need you to deliver me from this stuff, the urge completely went away. If you want that urge, whether it's overeating, smoking and drinking, or watching adult media, or committing sin, or doing illegal shit, or being in the streets, you just have to have discipline and really give yourself up and stop the nonsense, cut all the stuff off from it, and pray for deliverance. And when you get delivered, don't go back. It's going to be easy to not go back because you're going to be delivered from it. You won't have the urge. I used to have an urge, bro. Like, I had to smoke. I had to have a backwood. You know what I'm saying? I think even my first video I made for y'all, I was still out here having one foot in, one foot out. And you cannot be lukewarm. Let go and get delivered, bro. And when you get delivered, it's gonna be still hard. Nothing's gonna be comfortable, but it's gonna be worth it, man. The more time you go without something, you don't count the days, you don't look at the clock, it's gonna become natural, man. And like I said, we have to be sober-minded to understand the devices, the plans, the attacks that the enemy try to form. None of it will prosper. None of it will work. because you have to daily, you have to rebuke it. You have to be ahead of it. You have to understand what comes with it. And you have to learn and move on, and you have to be just very smart and be vigilant. Like I said, all of this information that I had, right? I had it, and I was able to move around it for the longest while being able to still indulge in some of the things that I was doing. But it was still like a weakness where I wasn't just able to fully lock in and commit. And you're playing with fire. You're gonna play with fire because you don't want to get burned, y'all. So you have to completely stop it. Completely stop. Completely let it go. Don't think that you're gonna be lukewarm. Don't think that you're gonna be slick, because the Most High God, he sits up high, but he looks low, and he watches everything that you do. So if you have an addiction that you can't break, ask for deliverance and stop doing it. Because, like I said, you have the Creator watching you, you have the angels watching you, but you also have these demons watching you. And they go and report back to the enemy. So the enemy cannot touch you. He cannot do anything if you continue to move right and don't give any access. That's why you have to close the doors. You have to cut these people off. Sometimes it's hard to cut these people off that we love or that we've known for so long, but you have to do it. You have to close all of those demonic doors, y'all. You have to close them all. You have to cut it all off. You cannot have a heart in this shit, okay? I'm gonna just be real with you, bruh. You gotta be you gotta be cutthroat, because they're cutthroat, okay? I'm not telling you to be selfish or anything, but I'm not telling you to move foul or nothing, but if you're trying to stay alive, bruh, if you're trying to survive in this world, you're gonna have to be selfish to a certain extent. This is survival of the fittest, bruh. Especially in the spiritual, bruh. This shit is like zombies in real life, bro. You know how the government be talking about, oh, aliens and zombies? That shit is already here, y'all. Excuse my language, but all that stuff is already here. Okay, the parasites and the demonic depressions that they're putting in food, all that stuff is the aliens. All that stuff is the zombie viruses and all that shit. That's why you gotta fast. You gotta pray. You gotta stay prayed up. You gotta wear that full armor of God. You gotta fast. You gotta constantly rebuke. And you gotta, stay off this, this internet. So I start doing these things. Yes, when you first break away and you first figure out the gang stalking that's going on, yes, like I said, a notification goes off in the demonic realm and they're gonna hit you with those attacks. But once you survive, because you're gonna survive, if you made it this far to get in this video, you've survived. You already have the victory. You have to claim that, y'all. The most powerful weapon and tool that you have is your mind and your lips, your voice, your tongue. Because the tongue speaks what's from the heart, okay? So you have to call the enemy out for his goofy stuff that he does, and you have to say, not today, not ever. Leave now. I rebuke you. I cancel you. I break you. I dismantle you. Leave now and do not come back. Leave now. And when you do that and you pray and you fast and you continue to walk this right path and you cut off everybody and you go no contact and you just fall off the face of the earth, well, the enemy can't do anything. He don't have no access. You broke your addiction, doing everything that God's asking you to do. You're being obedient. He can't do anything. But you also have to be careful. You cut everybody off, but you'll have strangers trying to come up to you and dap you up and shake your hand. Don't do it, because that's a transfer of energy. And how the universe works is, I personally don't like it, but the way that this universe is set up is they go off of for permission, right? So you gotta access denied. No permission is given. You cannot give any permission to any of these things. You cannot give any permission. See, what they want to do is they want to go off of your ignorance and what you don't know, so that they can try to intrude. That's why you have to be sober-minded. This going back to you being sober-minded. I'm thinking, oh, I can cheat and I can do this, I can do that, because I know the word and I pray every day and I read my Bible, but I want to, smoke a little bit on here and there. Nope, can't do it. You have to be sober-minded, man, because what happens is, y'all, when you drinking, when you smoking, even if it don't have to be daily, it could be once a month, it still slows your body down. It still slows you down for a period of time, and you have to be out here on the pivot. You gotta really be on some, like, in the paint on the pivot shit. You gotta be reactionary at all times, because, like I said, weapons will form, but none of it will prosper, because you have to rebuke it. You have to cancel it. You have to destroy it and break it. You can't just say that. You actually have to do it in real time. Also, in the spiritual world, man, you gotta do it. Don't take no gifts. Don't shake no hands. Don't give no access. Don't let nobody in your home. Don't let nobody in your car, because spirits are real, y'all. And they travel through people, and they travel through objects and items. And this is, once again, what ties back to the gang stalking that I was talking about, because once you defeat them and they can't gang stalk you the way that they used to anymore, then what they'll do is they'll try to get any little bit of access that they can get, okay? They'll try to get any little bit of access. You'll have people coming up to you saying, hey, man, free food, or here's some free clothes, or here's some free Jordans. And you'll be like, oh, man, this is too good to be true. Be like, here's a free PlayStation. I mean, anything they like, man. They study what you like. They offer it to you for free. And they put all type of witchcraft and just stupid shit on these items. And you could be prayed up. You could do everything. But if you not knowing and not being a steward of the word and not knowing how to move, they'll try to play off your ignorance. And we'll get into that topic for another day, y'all, because this video is already long. But they'll try to play off of your ignorance to try to get access. And that's why access is denied. For we rebuke them, we cancel them, we destroy them, we break them, we slay them. Every demon, every devil, every evil entity, every evil altar, I rebuke it, I cancel it, I destroy it, I break it in the name of Yeshua, in the name of the Most High God. Make it leave now. We ask you to rebuke it, cancel it, break it, destroy it, dismantle it, and have it leave now. Leave out of this house, leave out of my body, leave out of this world, leave out of it now. Do not come back, and I command that it leaves now. And you have to have authority with that, and you have to stay prayed up, y'all, because it is real, man. This gang stalking is gonna keep going on. I'm sorry, I wish I could give y'all a way to make it stop. I guess the only way to make it stop is to get rich, so that you can really move how you want to move. You can fly in the sky and go wherever you want. I guess that's the only way to stop the gang stalking. I don't even think then, man. Basically, y'all, this is something that you can't necessarily stop for good. Now, there's a whole bunch of people watching this video. They're not really chosen like they say they are. And so they don't have to deal with this stuff. They're not on the radar. And so they might think somebody's following them, or they may not think. They might think that none of this shit is real. Let them think that, because they're not who they say they are. They're not really chosen. They might know a couple scriptures, but nobody after them. So for all the people that's saying, oh, stop being delusional, take your medication, ain't nobody after you. That's what they want to do, y'all, okay? When you are paranoid and they get you to react and they start to warp on your mind, these doctors, you tell them what's going on, you have physical proof. You have proof from things that you've survived. You have video footage from things that you survived. You have phone calls and threats from things that you done survived. And they'll make it seem like that you're crazy, and they'll try to seduce you on medication to keep you silent, right? And that's what they, tried to do to me in the past. And, I'm not gonna get into that, man, but no, if you have a discernment, you have a gut feeling that something's not right, then it's not right, okay? Don't let no doctor, because a lot of these doctors out here, they be a part of it too. Damn near every doctor is a part of it too. And their whole goal is to try to make you seem like you're tripping, to gaslight you, because all these people are narcissists. All these people are basically warlocks and witches to a certain extent, and they're all practicing deviltry And they're all practicing all of that stuff. That's why you have to cancel them, destroy them, rebuke them, and stay prayed up, stay wearing the full armor of God, speak good over your life so that they cannot gang stalk you the way that they want to. Speak daily, highly affirmations. Say that I am protected. Say that I'm loved, I'm peace. I am one with the Most High. I wear the full armor of God. I am divinely, spiritually, and physically protected by the angels, and I will continue to be safe. Pray that I make it from destination to destination. Pray that I make it back home safely in one piece. Protect me, God, from unforeseen and foreseen dangers. Ashe. But this is the stuff that you have to claim constantly and say. And when you do these things, they will not be able to gang stalk you the way that they were. So yes, there's always going to be somebody watching. Yes, there's always going to be somebody gang stalking you. But would you rather have 1 or 2 people gang stalking you? Or would you rather have an unlimited amount? I'd rather have 1 or 2 people, right? So that's what you got to do, y'all. Just stay prayed up. We'll make a part 2 to this video, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a blessed day and continue to keep God first. Walk by faith, not by sight. And all praise, all glory to the Most High. Peace.